People have been daydreaming about futuristic cars for a long time. Drawings and paintings, literature, and even Hollywood films have been depicting all sorts of wacky cars that have been in existence for a long time. But are we finally close to actually turning our automotive fantasies into reality? You'll find out in this video as we check out some of these larger-than-life cars. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video so we can keep creating awesome videos just like this. Number 10. The Volvo Recharge concept. Volvo has presented the concept Recharge. The brains behind this is a Swedish automaker that displays the future of design and articulates how the firm will add modern technologies into its vehicles. The concept is a two-row SUV with electric propulsion, and it shows how Volvo believes electric vehicle platforms can transform transportation architecture. The XC40 Recharge is one of Volvo's current EVs, which is still built with internal combustion engines, which means the packing constraints of these gas cars essentially constrain the novel ideas this company has. Instead, the next generation of Volvo EVs will be built on a specialized EV platform. The platform will allow the battery pack to be housed under the car's floor, but first, Volvo must increase its wheelbase and wheel size to incorporate the huge battery pack. This will mean the car will have shorter overhangs and lots more interior space with room for large storage between the front seats. Number 9. The Citroen Tubik. If you live in France, you're probably familiar with the Citroen H-Van, which has been eye candy on French roads for decades. Its high canopy, low-load floor, and exquisite design made it a popular mode of transportation for both French employees and French goods for a large chunk of the 1900s. Simplicity helped it make its way into the hands of people from all walks of life, but Citroen has yet to produce a true replacement, and the Tubik concept, initially presented in 2010, has been the closest thing to one. The Tubik was meant to be a people mover with 9 custom seats that can be rearranged forwards and backwards as desired. Suppose there aren't 9 people in the car. In that case, the middle seats can be converted into a table or an oversized lounge chair, and passengers can enter and exit the vehicle via a conventional door or a gull-wing door that opens upwards. The door panels and backrests are covered in silk, and the flooring is constructed of leather, which is not seen in almost any car. To top it all off, the Citroen Tubik has a hybrid 4-wheel drive system that delivers 200 horsepower with comparable fuel economy and CO2 emissions to regular sedans. While this makes the Citroen Tubik appear to be an excellent successor to the H-Van, it was never produced, and only time will tell whether Citroen will revisit this design in the future. Number 8. The Jeep Mighty FC concept. The Mighty FC is a modernized version of the infamous, slightly odd-looking, pug-nosed Jeep forward control from the late 1950s to the early 1960s. The intention was to fit as much luggage capacity as possible onto as short a chassis as possible, with a bulbous cap atop a frame with an 81-inch or 103-inch wheelbase. Although the Mighty FC concept shares its name with those ancient cab-over trucks, the guts of this new truck are far from what the Kaiser or Willys engineers imagined back in 1956. The Fiat Mighty FC began life as a 2-door Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Although the engine-to-rear axle layout remained the same as on the 2-door, the frame and front end were pushed, stretched, and massaged into a truck capable of hauling cargo across harsh terrain, as well as rock crawling, mud bogging, and desert exploring. Do we think this Mighty FC will bring this futuristic wonderstruck with boulder-straddling portal axles to market? We continue to believe the answer is no. Number 7. Fiat Centoventi EV. The Fiat Centoventi EV is one of the electric concepts. It was unveiled in March 2019 at the Geneva Motor Show by the Italian automaker Fiat. The term Centoventi translates to 120 in Italian, and it refers to the company's 120th anniversary, teasing the upcoming Fiat Panda's design. The Centoventi is intended to be configurable and upgradable with a variety of battery packs, which would have a common base model of 1 battery, allowing a range of around 62 miles. But this feature might be really cool to you. Owners can actually purchase or hire up to 3 more underfloor batteries, as well as an additional one that slips under the driver's seat, to increase the range to a maximum of about 310 miles. These extra batteries can be installed in less than 5 minutes. The modular battery design, according to Fiat, will allow this to be the lowest priced battery electric vehicle, BEV, on the market, although no production date has been disclosed. The Centoventi is a car born to be dressed with numerous customization options and 120 additional accessories. If you have picky taste, Well, you have found your next best purchase. Number 6. The Ford 49. Concept automobiles are often forward-thinking, always attempting to build a representation of what the future might look like. The Ford 49, on the other hand, speaks to those that are boomers at heart, since it is a throwback. It attempts to capture the essence of 1949 Ford automobiles while adding a modern twist to the exterior. The 49 is a masterpiece that can be identified by its rounded body, which distinguishes it from both contemporary and modern automobiles. The 49 also boasts a huge glass upper body structure that runs from the front to the back, hidden windshield wipers for a smoother appearance, and polished 20-inch chrome wheels for a traditional style. The 49 has the vibe of a minimalist, with elements such as a floating center console, bucket seats covered in classic two-tone leather, and a one-piece instrument cluster. While this car was never mass-produced, it did have a fascinating design. Number 5. The Jeep XJ002. After seeing a continuous increase in sales because of popular Jeep models like the CJ Wagon, Air Commando, and the Gladiator by the late 1960s, Kaiser considered expanding the Jeep inventory to include vehicle alternatives. This plan had noble intentions, but it was far more challenging to pull off in practice than in principle. The difficulty was figuring out how to develop an automobile that would appeal to car customers while also living up to the rough reputation of the Jeep. Kaiser came up with a challenging plan to commission the production of the four-wheel drive 1969 Jeep Bolide XJ002 concept car. The car would have a fiberglass body in a two-seater sports automobile based on the Jeep Commando platform. Being stylish was definitely a requirement, and they also wanted a significant body lift and 4 wide all-terrain tires. This beauty was to be powered by a Buick V6 engine with a 3-speed automatic transmission from GM. Despite its ludicrous proportions, this design seemed like it would be the next outrageous thing that it would owe to its fuel efficiency, superb off-road capability, and wild, elegant styling. It would have sold well in the crazy automobile market if it had been made. Number 4. The Hyundai Elevate. Until now, almost every automobile used tires to move their vehicle. But in 2019, the Hyundai Elevate concept defied this norm. Unlike conventional cars, the Elevate has robotic multi-joint legs inspired by grasshopper legs. This car could essentially move like a grasshopper by climbing steps, lifting itself above flowing water, and even jump across 1.5 meter long distances to move from place to place. This opens up unlimited possibilities for this vehicle. Hyundai has even indicated that the Elevate may traverse rubble and debris to transfer passengers. This design could be a huge phenomenon in rural exploration and off-roading. It can possibly even drop passengers from their taxis or rideshare services right up to their front door. While this type of design is unlikely to be released for quite some time, it would radically disrupt the status quo. Sounds like the magic school bus has come to life. We guess we are just missing Miss Frizzle. Number 3. The Rolls-Royce 103EX. The Rolls-Royce 103EX, officially known as the Vision NEXT 100 concept, was the first and remains the only full electric car created by the BMW-owned brand so far. This two-seater EV was unveiled for the first time in 2016 at London's Roundhouse to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the BMW Group. The Vision NEXT was a charmer. It is a redesigned aerodynamic body with 2 motors that work together to produce an incredible 671 horsepower. Following its original release, the EV attended numerous media engagements worldwide before returning to Goodwood, where it is currently housed. Maybe we should call the paparazzi? You can relax on the couch while she manages all mobility functions, such as traffic, weather, and commuting hassles, thanks to this smart AI system. Also, the system in this Rolls-Royce design can save your schedules for you and notify you if you're running late for an appointment. Alexa, please add this to the shopping list. Number 2. The Fiat Turbina. The Fiat Turbina prototype was first unveiled at the Turin Motor Show in the spring of 1954. Designs began in 1948, and the first drawings of the chosen layout were completed 2 years later. It was finished up in 1953, and then went to its first test on Fiat's famous test track on the rooftop of the Lingotto facility in 1954. But how was this car made? The bodywork of the Fiat is a 2-seat sports coupe design made to be aerodynamically efficient. Wind tunnel measurements reveal that the drag coefficient was around 0.14, an unbeaten record for 30 years. We love a good competition. The Fiat Turbina's maximum speed was estimated to be around 155 miles per hour. It has an engine type 8001, gas turbine, two-stage centrifugal compressor powered by a two-stage axial turbine, 3 combustion chambers, a single-stage power turbine, and reduction gears. Number 1. The BMW Vision M NEXT. The Vision M NEXT is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or PHEV, leading the way for BMW in the coming years. According to BMW, this is the first step towards an all-electric M car. Are we finally headed towards a more sustainable planet? Maybe if you still see this video after 50 years. PHEVs are best for those car lovers that appreciate the idea of an electric car but are put off by range anxiety issues. The Vision M does offer an all-electric range of roughly 62 miles, which is plenty for most individuals for a full day zooming on local roads. When pure EV capability wears out, the tiny turbo petrol engine takes over for mobility and battery recharge. This car has an output of 600 horsepower, which permits a top speed of 186 miles per hour and an acceleration from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3 seconds. It's difficult to predict what the final car will look like compared to its initial design. We always predict that we will have exciting tech elements, such as a gyroscopic cup holder to crawly legs that can walk. We think the designers can run their imagination really far and wide, but the engineers may want to hit their heads on a wall coming up with practical solutions. For now, we can continue daydreaming. And that's all for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like it and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on another wonderful video from us. Till next time.